we are here for the next session for comprehensive geriatric assessment. I'm Dr. Sanskruti Tahakik, working as Associate Professor at Sanskruti Institute of Orthopaedic and Orthopedic Rehabilitation and Institute of Physiotherapy. So in last lecture, we have seen about the section up to section 3 of the comprehensive geriatric assessment. Now we are seeing about the section C. Okay, so that is functional assessment. Okay, so function assessment tool for activity of daily living. So in last lecture, we have understood the importance of assessment of daily living. Why? Because most cases patient having trouble with the activity of daily living. So activities point there will be 0 to 1. Okay, so if they are independent, 1 point, no supervision, direction or personal assistance is required, they will be pointed as point 1. If they are a dependent with supervision or direction or personal assistant or total care is required, then that is known as point 0. So for bathing, point 1, bath self completely or needs help in bathing only single part of the body such as back, genital area or disabled extremity. Okay, then point 0, needs help with the bathing more than one part of the body getting in and out of the bathroom. Okay, dressing, 1 point, if gets clothes from clothes sets and drawers and puts on clothes and other garments completely without with the fasteners, may have help with the tying shoes, that is allowed, so they will be given 1 point. So if they needs help with the dressing self and needs to be completely dressed, that is 0. Toileting, so goes to toilet, gets on and off, arrange clothes, cleans genital area without help, that is point 1. If needs help transferring to the toilet, cleaning self or uses bedpan or commode, then they will be marked as 0. So transferring, so moves in and out of the bed or chair unassisted, mechanical transferring aids are acceptable. Okay, so if they are using any mechanical aid to transfer, that is acceptable. Now then 0 point, if needs help in moving from bed or chair or requires a complete transfer by other person. Then continence. So 1 point, if exercise completes self-control or urination and defecation. And 0 point, if partially or totally incontinence of the bowel and bladder. Feeding, 1 point, if gets food from the plate into mouth without help, preparation of food may be done by another person. So needs help, partial or total help with the feeding or require parental feeding, parental feeding. So like this, total points are 6 high. All the 6 points are there for the person. Patient is independent. If scores is all 0, patient is low independent. Okay, so next part of the assessment is the section 4, that is physical assessment, general examination, head-to-toe examination, systemic examination, and current treatment details. So comprehensive here, what generally we are giving instruction prior to taking physical measurement, explain that you will be taking the measurements. We have to tell patients that what measurements we are taking. Physical examination should focus more on the specific disease or condition for which any curative, restorative, palliative or preventive treatment may be available, during whom is a detailed geriatric assessment must be made. So comprehensive geriatric assessment, in general examination, what we are measuring, measurement of height, weight, body temperature, respiratory rate, blood pressure, pulse rate, and waist circumference. This should be measured in the general examination. Next, we are doing is head to toe examination. What we are doing here? So, what we are examining and what findings we have to search. So level of consciousness, patient is alert, oriented or cooperative, then we will be taking whatever is applicable. Built, thin, average, large. Then stature of the patient, small, average, tall. Nutrition, undernourished or obese, average or obese. Then facial appearance, absence of wrinkling of the forehead, deviation of angle of mouth, etc. If mask-like face appearance is there or not. Okay, so these things we have to observe. Hair, loss of hair, color of hair, white, gray, brown, etc., discolorations. Eyes, drooping of eyelids, pallor, yellow discolorations, beaded spots, cataract, etc., should be assessed properly. Mouth, dryness of the lips, soreness in the angle of mouth, dryness of the tongue, ulcer in the mouth, presence or absence of the teeth, staining of the teeth, swelling, bleeding from the gums, any growth seen in the mouth, pallor, bluish discoloration of tongue and lips, neck if swelling is there, chest if abnormal shape of the chest, fast breathing. Okay, so here respiratory rate we can correlate. Abdomen, distension of abdomen, change in the shape of abdomen. This should be observed. Hand and nails, change in the shape of nail, pallor, any nails and palms. Feet and toes, bow legs, knock knees, glove foot, etc. should be observed. Skin yellowish discoloration, any changes in the color of skin, any growth on the skin, any dryness is there. So any obvious deformity of skull, spine, limbs and swelling of the abdomen and feet entire body is there or not. If it is there, any obvious deformity, we have to mark it over here. Okay, so after this head to toe examination, we are going for a systemic examination. Means there are different systems of the body. So here, firstly, we are assessing the joints. What we are looking for here, redness, swelling, degree of movements, increased local temperature or tenderness. Then cervical spine, we are looking for pain, stiffness, tenderness. Thoracic spine, we are looking for a curvature, scar, discoloration. If we are looking for a spine, lumbar spine, we are again looking for a discoloration. The tenderness is there, any curvature change is there. Okay, then any cardiovascular system, any chest pain is there, etc. We are looking for. Then comprehensive geriatric assessment, current treatment details. So if patient is having any drug with the dose and schedule, so any drug is included. So here drug with dose and schedule, if they are taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. drugs, all the drugs should be mentioned he or here. Okay, so polypharmacy, any use of more than 4 drugs, including over the counter and alternative medicines, that is known as polypharmacy. So if it is there or not. Next is the section 5, syndrome specific toolkit for assessment of the problems identified during the section 3. So if we have assessed any problem before, so assessment for memory, cognition, depression, fall, incontinence, elderly abuse should be done. So section 6 is about the comprehensive geriatric assessment report. So any acute illness is there, any comorbidity like diabetes mellitus is there, any stroke survivor is there. So that can be comorbidity. Geriatric syndromes is there, geriatric giants are there. Okay, other age related problems, social problems, economic problems, suggested prescription modifications, etc. Okay, so nutritional assessment scale. So has food intake declined over the past 3 months due to loss of appetite, digestive problems, chewing or swallowing difficulties? If it is there, severe decrease in the food intake, the score is 1. Moderate decrease in food intake, 2. No decrease in food intake, 3. So weight loss during the last 3 months. So weight loss greater than 3 kg does not know weight loss between 1 to 3 kg and no weight loss. So they will be scored accordingly. Next is about the mobility. So bed or chair bound, able to get out of the bed chair but does not go out, goes out. Okay, so we have to score accordingly whatever our patient is doing. Has suffered psychological stress or acute illness in the past 3 months, yes or no? Neurophysiological problems, neuropsychological problems, severe dementia or depression, mild dementia or no psychological problems were there. Body mass indexed, that is less than 19 to BMI 23 or greater. So we have to look for BMI also. So if BMI is not available, replace questions with F1 with the question F2. Do not answer question F2 if question F1 is already completed. So if we don't have any BMI, so we can go for calf circumference measurement in centimeters. So 0 is less than 31 and 3 is CC 31 or greater, calf circumference. A screening score. So if all the questions in this is scored between 12 to 14, the normal nutritional status. If 8 to 14, 11, then at risk of malnutrition, and 0 to 7 points is malnourished. Okay. So next point is about the comprehensive geriatric assessment is the elderly abuse. So it is also should important point of your assessment that elderly abuse can be defined as single repeated act or lack of appropriate action occurring within any relationship where there is an expectation of trust which causes harm or distress to an older person. So elder abuse may happen in various forms like financial, physical, psychological, and sexual. So abuse is suspected with the standard questionnaire EASI. It is Elderly Abuse Suspicious Index. So, caregiver and elderly abuse assessment, part 1, caregiver abuse assessment. Okay. So, if any abuse by the caregiver, please answer the following questions as helper or caregiver. Fill the name of elder person in the blank spaces. Okay. So, do you sometimes have trouble making control his or her temper of aggression? So, caregiver will be answering this. So, if they say yes or no, do you often feel you are being forced to act out of the character, or do things you feel bad about? Okay. Do you find it difficult to manage person's behavior, or do you sometimes feel that you are forced to be rough with? Okay. So if these questions are yes with the caregiver, means there is something wrong with the patient's behavior towards the caregiver and caregiver's behavior towards the patient. Okay, so do you sometimes feel you cannot do what is really necessary or what should be done for? Do you often feel you have to reject or ignore? Do you often feel so tired or exhausted that you cannot control patients' needs? Or do you often feel you have to yell at the person? So, if all the questions are yes, means there is some abuse is going on. Score of 1 is indicative of abuse, or score of greater than 4 is suggestive of higher risk of being abused. So, out of 8, if 4 questions are yes, means one score is one for every 4 questions. So that means that patient is under the abuse. Next is the elderly abuse suspicious index. So this question we have to ask to the patients. Okay, has anyone tried to force you to sign papers or to use your money against your will? Okay, yes, no, okay, did not answer. Okay, so this is the like this 1, 2, and 3. You will be green. If yes, 1. If no, 2, 3 did not answer. Has anyone made you afraid, touched you in ways that you did not want, or hurt you physically? Again, yes, no, and did not answer. Doctor. So elder abuse may be associated with the findings such as poor eye contact, withdrawn nature, malnourishment, hygiene issues, cuts, bruises, inappropriate clothing, or medication compliance issues. Did you notice any of this today, or at least last 12 minutes? Yes, no, or not sure. Okay. So has anyone tried to force you to sign papers? Okay. So this was the questionnaire of elderly abuse, and this was the um, this is about comprehensive geriatric assessment. What things we have to look for. Um, this was the. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you, Dr. Parag Sancheti, sir, and thank you, Mrs. Manisha Sangvi, ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Radha Pattar, ma'am, for this opportunity. And also thank you, Physio TV team, for the opportunity. Thank you.